Hi, it's Bracken from Health First Group again. Another video, part of the corporate health and wellness series. Today we're going to be talking about Achilles tendinopathy. So this is a really common condition that affects a lot of people. There are two main populations. You've got your young, uber athletic individuals, and then you've got your people more like myself who are getting a little bit older and a little bit slower and a little bit weaker who develop Achilles tendinopathy. It's one of those things where you'll notice that you're getting pain when you first get up out of bed in the morning, or if you've been sitting down at the office or you've been sitting down on a lunch break and you stand up, that's when you're going to feel that pain. Often after a few steps, that pain will ease and go away, but it can be quite severe when it does come on. So today we want to talk about a few of the causes and a few things you can do to sort of remedy this yourself in between that appointment you're going to have with a health professional to get rid of it long term. So the reason we get Achilles tendinopathy is that we either overload the tendon or we load it in a way that's not ideal, so biomechanically inefficient. So our Achilles tendon is where all of our calf muscles come together, come down and attach to our heel, and they allow us to push off and to jump and to do a lot of other things like that. For those athletes that overload their tendon, they might be running too hard, they haven't slowly built up to it, they might be cycling too hard, they might just be pushing themselves too hard. Combine that with some poor biomechanics like the wrong running shoes, or they just naturally roll in a little bit too much and this kinks the tendon and they start to get a breakdown of those tissues, so that you start to get a little bit of inflammation initially, and then over time you get a tendinopathy, which is poor function of the tendon. So this is a very painful problem, and those athletes don't normally do well at pulling back their training loads. So if you push too hard and you overload too fast, then you are going to have these sort of issues. Secondly, you've got people like myself who are in their middle age. They've gotten a little bit weaker over time. Perhaps they used to be athletic, but they no longer are, sadly. These guys, what normally happens is that the foot will roll in a little bit because their arch will start to collapse. So as I have become a little bit weaker, the muscles around my calves and my feet have become weaker and my arch no longer sits up as it should when I'm walking around. The arch collapses in, and as I take a step, my heel bone will tilt with each step. Tendons hate being tilted and twisted like this, and then we develop that breakdown of tissue and that tendinopathy over time. So what can we do about this? It's really quite simple. The first thing is to go see a healthcare professional and get some custom orthotics. They are phenomenal. They correct that foot position and they allow you to walk more normally without kinking that tendon. Therefore, we're no longer irritating it and the pain can settle back down again. The other problem is lack of strength. So good stretching of the calf muscles and slow controlled calf raises also make a very big difference. When it comes to dealing with that acute significant pain, shockwave therapy is a very useful technique for helping get over the pain. This doesn't mean that it's solved, but it does mean that you're able to function in daily life, and then you can go see your physiotherapist or healthcare professional to learn the exercises you need to get stronger. That's it for us today. Thank you so much.